Hey everybody, welcome back to the Real Estate Machine Show. I'm your host, Chris Matan. Thank you so much for joining me. It is Monday, August 3rd, and I believe it is show number 57. Thank you so much. 57 shows, my God, I can't believe it. Anyway, you can see that I'm standing, actually. I'm going to be kind of mobile today because I'm excited. I'm excited about the week. I like Mondays. This weekend was very dreary. It was rainy all weekend. It sucked. It was boring. Now I was excited to get back in the shop and get the week going. You may have remembered from my show last week, we got half of our big order at the shop. So, I spent all morning organizing the the people that are going to help me through that. I also had a home inspection this morning that went, all in all, very well. I don't foresee any deal breakers there, any red flags. So that's looking good. Buttoned up a couple other things, but what I really wanted to just chat with you guys about is, as you all know, I've got two businesses that I'm running, and I'm curious. I want to show you what the kind of the pillars of my organization are. When I say organization, I mean what I do during the day and what I have to try to keep myself organized. And part of it is remarkably primitive, and part of it is a little technology. You might be able to see a computer right back there, and I have open my let's see if I can get that down there. I don't know if you can see that. That's my CRM, customer relationship management. Is that what CRM stands for? I don't even know. I never used a CRM until last year. We were provided one called KV Core with eXp Realty. So I kind of embraced it. I learned how to use it. I'm probably using it at 25%. I don't know. But I'm using it nonetheless and gotten some leads out of it, but it keeps me a little bit organized. And then obviously the computer, I've got email and all that stuff. I use Outlook for my machine shop to organize my emails, and Gmail for my real estate business. I gotta say, if I had my choice, I like the old-fashioned Outlook when it comes to saving emails and folders and files and all that kind of stuff. It's Gmail. I'm still trying to get used to. I'm not crazy about it, but we'll get there. Using a little bit of Google Drive and obviously YouTube and stuff like that. So it's a lot of powerful stuff, but that's all the tech side of the business, which is I'm 46 years old, and I'm not an old timer by any means, but some of this tech stuff gets a little bit over my head. So I do still rely on a lot of the old-fashioned stuff, which I want to show you. Actually, I've got this goal journal, right? Write all my goals in here, kind of map out my day in there. I've got another notebook. As I'm calling people, I write down who I'm talking to, some notes, phone numbers and email addresses and stuff like that. I've got another book here that kind of lists, we talk about my 25 conversations and meetings and stuff like that. That's what I record in this. I'll go, down the line. I'll just say who I talked to, what I learned, and I'll put at the bottom here some of my meetings throughout the week, so that I'll have a little bit of a tracking on what I did, and I can look back and say, oh wow, that's pretty filled up page. I got a lot done. So it's a little bit of accountability and tracking at the same time. And I also have old-fashioned labels. This is my sphere of influence labels. I've got, I think, 100 people on here that I keep in front of me so that I can mail note cards to, or send mailers to, and just kind of handwritten stuff on here. So part of my stuff is a little bit of tech, and part of my stuff is a little primitive, old school, just handwriting, which I actually prefer the handwriting stuff. It's you need a little tech, obviously, to automate. That's going to help out. Some of the leads generated from my CRM are completely automated, and it just makes things a little easier to stay in touch with people. Send them a little drip campaign here or there, or whatever the case is. But it's still technology, and I think there's a stat out there that says people use maybe 50% of the technology, of the particular software that they purchase. Maybe they're using 50% of what they're really capable of doing, or what the software is capable of doing. But it just takes time to get in and kind of learn everything that's going on with it, and utilizing it to to kind of fit into your business. So I've used all these things to kind of keep track of my two businesses, and sometimes there's some overlapping. I run my real estate business out of this shop, so I'm all places at all times, which sometimes gets a little bit challenging. It gets a little this maybe isn't the you can take a little walk around here. This isn't necessarily the most inspiring space in the world, but you know what? I've got my privacy, and I'm able to do what I got to do. And when it comes down to it, you got to have your own self-discipline and self-motivation to get yourself going. So I'm grateful to have this to begin with. What else do I want to mention? The few things that I've started over the last year, in particular the 100-day journal, which I've mentioned several times on this show, is really invaluable. It's become an obsession for me, and I don't even think I'm using that right, to be honest with you. I think that I can drill down a little bit more on that and get a little bit more specific on my goal setting, and not only so much my goal setting, but my action to achieve that goal. That's the point. I think where I sometimes fall off is processes and tracking. In fact, that's exactly where I fall off on, is actual systems and processes that are repeatable. And what was the other thing that I just said? See, I already lost my train of thought. Systems and processes. Oh, and tracking your results. And whether that's cold calling people for the real estate business, or quoting jobs for the machine shop. I'm not tracking it the way that I should be, and those are the weaknesses I feel I have in my day and in my businesses. Is that point. I think that if I had a little bit more direction when it came to tracking, and then had some really repeatable systems, not that they're not out there, it's just a matter of me kind of adhering to them, I think, more than anything, and doing them consistently. There's a lot of things that I do consistently, and I see results. But I think if I really had a process, or really had a system, and really had had that going for me, I think that I could double or triple what's going on around here. And maybe that's something that I should look a little closer at. If there's anybody out there that wants to comment on that, and kind of help me on what I can do to improve my systems and processes, how I can get that started, and then how I can really dive into it and adhere to it, that would be a huge help. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about that. And also, how are you tracking your stuff? I'm sure a lot of that stuff can be done on that thing over there, that computer over there. I don't know how to do it. And sometimes I don't want to spend the time to learn it. Maybe I'm lazy that way. But, to be able to track a lot of the stuff would be pretty cool. And then I can go back and see, okay, this worked, this didn't work, why did this work? Do all those things that I should be doing. That's my weakness. So I'm out there, I'm putting it out there, putting it out to the universe. If anybody out there wants to help me with that, please comment or call me or text me or email me or whatever you want to do. But, I think I could use some help on that. Anyway, so that's my spiel for the day, for Monday. It's getting kind of warm up here. I'm going to go downstairs and see what the guys are up to, wrap the day up. And until Friday, have a great week, a productive week, and I hope to talk to you then. Bye-bye.